Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something that honestly keeps a lot of property owners up at night. We're looking at Bromley boiler failures, the cascading impact, and simple solution. So let's just jump right in and talk about the absolutely critical stakes of managing your property's assets. Right off the bat, if you're searching for boiler installation in Bromley, you are definitely not alone. But here's the thing, even if you're, miles away from Bromley, this highly specific localized need actually highlights a totally universal reality for landlords and homeowners everywhere. The lessons we're pulling from this data apply to literally anyone managing property infrastructure. It's all about spotting a crucial vulnerability in your asset before it spirals into a massive, full-blown crisis. Because, let's face it, your boiler is hands down one of the most important systems in your property. As a homeowner or an asset manager, you obviously know what the unit does, but we really need to recognize it for what it is, a massive point of vulnerability. This single, incredibly hardworking unit essentially dictates the day-to-day survival of the entire building. Think about it. When you have one primary system bearing the entire load of keeping a place warm and livable, the stakes are just astronomical. It's literally the beating heart of your property's infrastructure, and its health directly dictates if the space is even usable. But here is the harsh reality of relying so heavily on that one single system. When it fails, everything, and I mean everything, becomes difficult. It's not just a minor hiccup, it's a sudden, jarring shift from normal, comfortable life to absolute hardship. We're talking about a total loss of baseline functionality. For a homeowner, it completely derails your entire week. And for a landlord, oh boy, it instantly breaches that implied warranty of habitability and puts immediate, intense strain on your relationship with your tenants. Let's actually break down the anatomy of that failure, because it triggers this rapid, undeniable domino effect. Step 1, boom. You've got no heating and no hot water. Step 2, the human fallout. This instantly translates to freezing, uncomfortable families, or if you're a landlord, inevitable and, let's be honest, totally justified tenant complaints. Then comes step 3, the financial hit. Because you're now in full-on crisis mode, you're facing steep emergency repair costs. The escalation is just brutal. You go from a simple mechanical glitch to human misery and huge financial strain in a matter of hours, paying a massive premium just for the urgency of getting someone out there to fix it. Now for the good news. Well, sort of. Fortunately, these systems rarely just die without giving you a heads up. The source material outlines some crystal clear, observable warning signs that signal a breakdown is coming. You really need to watch for these specific red flags. Is your unit exceptionally old? Is it inefficient, causing this slow, annoying creep up in your utility bills? Is it noisy, leaking, or breaking down regularly and needing constant little patch jobs? Look, these aren't just quirky features of an old house. These are massive operational warning signs that the total failure we just talked about is literally right around the corner. And there is a direct, undeniable pipeline between those physical mechanical issues and the subsequent human and financial fallout. When we look at a noisy, leaking, or aging boiler, we aren't just looking at a machine that needs a quick tune-up. We are looking at a glaring, leading indicator of future tenant complaints, shivering families, and massive emergency invoices. Ignoring the physical symptoms basically guarantees you'll be dealing with the financial ones later. Recognizing this dual threat is exactly why proactive management is just infinitely cheaper than reactive panic. So how do we avoid that reactive panic? Well, our source introduces a pretty solid lifeline here. They state that Landlord Property Certificates helps customers arrange boiler installation in Bromley with a simple and professional process. The real magic in that mission statement boils down to 2 words: simple and professional. When you're trying to mitigate the risk of a failing critical system, you need an intervention that is streamlined and efficient. You want a trusted authority to just step in, take the reins, and swap out the system with minimal disruption to whoever's living there. And that promise of a simple process, it's backed by some serious credibility. They operate as a trusted property service support across all of London. For anyone managing real estate, having that established reputation on speed dial is an absolute game changer, because it means they actually have the track record to show up quickly and get the job done right. The directive from the source here is super straightforward. Book today. It's a loud and clear call to lock in that trusted service proactively, completely neutralizing the risk before you're hit with that nightmare cascade of angry calls and inflated emergency bills. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a quick challenge about your own home or property portfolio. Really ask yourself, is your current boiler noisy, leaking, or breaking down? And more importantly, is now the right time to replace it? I highly recommend you take a hard, honest look at your setup and compare it against the warning signs we unpacked today. The data makes the winning strategy pretty obvious here. Whatever you do, don't wait for that inevitable domino effect of total system failure. Assess those physical symptoms today and ask yourself if it's time to act while you still have the luxury of a simple professional upgrade.